Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Kodeations. In today's video, we're going to be diving back into some Cookie Run Kingdom and bringing you the brand new guild boss team. I'm going to be breaking it down, going over everything you need to know about this brand new guild boss team, and it's all going to be centered around Eclair and how Eclair has absolutely changed the game. Without further ado, let's dive right in. Diving right in, ladies and gentlemen, so the first thing we're going to be doing is showing you guys the entire team and breaking it down. 3 of these cookies are going to be the exact same that you've already been running with the Licorice team and the Poison Mushroom team. However, this time we're going to be running Eclair, Cotton Cookie, Vampire, Sorbet, and then Dark Choco. And with Eclair officially dropping into the game now, Cotton has earned a permanent spot when it comes to running in the guild boss battle. Originally, before Eclair's appearance, you could only run Cotton, or Cotton was only viable at the low-level dragons, where you could potentially solo the entire thing, and as long as Cotton was there to keep your team alive, then you could literally get a mega score at lower level dragons. But since Eclair's dropped in the game, it's kind of shaken things up to where you can actually run Cotton full time. And then speaking of Cotton Cookie, we're going to dive in here and show you exactly what build you need to run. In order for this to work out the most efficient, you need to be running a full Swift Chocolate set on Cotton Cookie. Keep in mind, this is purely just for Guild Boss Battle. This might not be the best build for anything else, but for at least Guild Boss, you gotta run a full Swift Chocolate set, and there is a specific substat that you need, and that's gonna be 24% cooldown. Now, it has been discovered that you could potentially make 23.4% work when it comes to cooldown on Cotton Cookie, but your room for error literally drops a ton by dropping the overall cooldown. So in my opinion, just play it safe and try to get 24%, or at least as close as you possibly can to 24%, just to make sure that you are good. And that's going to be it when it comes to overall substats. I mean, naturally, damage resistance is going to only aid in Cotton survivability. The additional attack is going to only add to your overall score being done. So again, utilize what you can with toppings that you have available, but that 24% is an absolute must. And then with that being said, jumping in here to Eclair, I'm going to be showing you guys what I'm currently rocking, and that is going to be a full Searing Raspberry set. Once again, this is just driven to Guild Boss Battle. We're not discussing any other type of content for now, but nevertheless, full Searing Raspberry, very easy here. You don't need to worry about any cooldown or anything special. Basically, just you need as much attack as you possibly can get, and then if I take down my screen here, and then what you want is some sort of damage resistance. I have not tested this out with 0 damage resistance, but naturally, you want Eclair to stay alive at least a couple of rounds for attacks. So as you can see, I'm running 15.4% damage resistance, and again, that's only going to aid in Eclair survivability. Like I mentioned before, I don't know exactly what that magic number is. So again, just focus on the additional attack and then as much damage resistance as you can get on whatever Searing Raspberries you have at your disposal. And then the last cookie here we're going to talk about that we need to make a slight modification for, or at least I did. You might have already done this prior utilizing the old Licorice and Shroomy comp, but nevertheless, your Searing Raspberries on DC does have to have some sort of cooldown on them. And I've heard a bunch of different things from different testers, but I'm just going to go with 6%. You got to try to aim for 6% on your DC. And the reason behind this is that you want to make sure that DC can cast off his abilities, the 3rd and 2nd wave. You don't want him to be dying or, at least not being able to cast it off because the cooldown isn't available. So again, full Searing Raspberries, full attack, full as much damage resistance as you can build on top of that. And then, like I said, trying to aim for that 6% is going to be the best way to go for cooldown on a full Searing Raspberry build. And then also, guys, you can make this work with a solid almond set, but just know your damage output or your damage amount that you could do is going to be a little bit lower because you're not running an attack set on DC. Again, all you're looking to do is take advantage of that defense break, not really looking for, a maximum survivability or a maximum amount of damage output. But naturally, you want to get as much as you can to get a higher score. Alrighty, so now officially diving in here to some combat. Like I said, guys, I'm going to be showing you the full game's mechanics, and one of the biggest things is going to be when exactly to utilize Cotton's skill, because again, there's going to be a slight hesitation. I'll walk you through that. And then the second thing is going to be when exactly do you use Eclair's skill. So we're going to be breaking down exactly the 2 moments for those 2 things right now. Let's dive into a practice. Once again, as always, do not run this on a auto mode, guys. You want to be on a one-time speed, and you want to be on a full-on manual mode. All right, so right here, as you can see, Cotton Cookie's skill just became available, right? So typically what people would do is they would actually utilize Cotton's skill right now, right? They start off the round, they're just spamming the button, already ready to go. As soon as the 3-second timer is up, people would utilize Cotton's skill right then. However, that's not what you need to do. Instead, you actually need to wait until this pillar, as you can see right above Sorbet, is behind Cotton Cookie's portrait. That's what you're looking to line up. You need this pillar to be behind Cotton Cookie's skill, or, at least the skill button, portrait, and then that's when you need to smash Cotton Cookie's skill. If you happen to actually pop off Cotton Cookie's skill early, like right away, as soon as it's available, instead of waiting for that pillar to be right behind, what's going to happen is the timing's going to be off, and your sheep have the possibility to disappear before the boss does a mega swipe attack, which then will inevitably kill DC. If DC dies, well, then you're not getting the debuff or defense break that's being applied from his skill. Therefore, it's going to result in a much lower score in the long run. Same thing goes for if you wait too long. If you don't pop it off right when that, pillar is timed up with the Cotton Cookie's portrait, then guess what's going to happen? Your first round will be good because these sheep will be there and available, and they'll take the damage instead of DC. However, on the second round of attacks, what will happen is DC will die as soon as the boss does the second swipe because these sheep will not be there to take that damage, okay? So again, you got to time it out perfectly. And like I mentioned, timing it out perfectly, this pillar right here behind Sorbet is what you're waiting for. You're waiting for Cotton Cookie's skill to become available, then you're going to slight hesitate, wait for that to be lined up, then we're going to pop it off. We're going to try it here. We're going to click continue, pop it off right away. There we go. And then Eclairs, you're going to be wanting to utilize it right after the boss animation. So as soon as the boss alert little pops up on the screen, that's when you're going to pop off Eclair's skill. DC goes the same as always. Sorbet and Vampire go, and then Slingshot goes just like the normal runs we did before. Go ahead, boss alert. Eclair right off the bat. We're going to do DC immediately following that. We're going to do both of our damage dealers. We got the Slingshot, come back and get Cotton Cookie. Now we're waiting to do our second run of attacks. Again, it's the exact same principle. DC right away. Eclair or Cotton Cookie, depending on who's first. Get our damage dealers off. We get Sorbet going, Slingshot, everything going, and that's pretty much the extent of the run. 40 seconds is what most people can survive, and I'm just going to show you guys the damage is absolutely insane. Look at that, 6.2 million. 2.62 million on a level 44 dragon is really, really good, at least for me personally. My normal best with running Licorice and, running Poison Mushroom on my main team comp, or at least the OG comp, was I was only pushing like 4.5, if not at most, with all critical hits, 5 million damage at my absolute maximum. And again, that was like on lower level dragons. This is a level 44 at 6.2% million damage. And that's going to be it for today's video, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to get in here, bring you guys a down and dirty guide for the brand new guild boss mechanics with utilizing Eclair. Again, just making sure you get the percentage of 6% on DC, no matter if you're running Searing Raspberry or Solid Almond, it doesn't make a difference. That 6% cooldown is going to make a massive difference with utilizing his skill. And then the same thing goes for Cotton, running a full Swift chocolate set, trying to achieve as close as you possibly can to 24%. 24% is going to be the safe route to go for cooldown. You can make 23.4% work, but again, your chance of error is a lot higher. So just keep that in mind. And then overall, your skill timing, man, watch and pause the video over and over again just to really make sure that you're honing in, making sure you're getting Cotton's skill timed perfectly so you can maximize your damage. As always, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for everything Cookie Run Kingdom related. We've also got a Discord. The link's always provided down below in the description or popped up here for you guys to join that. We've got over 6,000 players, so if you got any other questions, I'm sure somebody will be more than willing to help you out over there. And as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.